A timeless truth of good leadership. You must be prepared. Can't let yourself be taken off guard, be shocked, or surprised. You remember in 2008 when Hillary Clinton told everybody that she would be a much better president than that goofy senator from Illinois, Barack Obama, because unlike him, she would be prepared for that 3 a.m. telephone call.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. Who do you want answering the phone?
Preparedness and vigilance are critical qualities for the highest office in the land, and everybody, Republican or Democrat, seems to be aware of that. Now, why do I bring this up, you ask? Oh, I was just thinking about it because of the recent news reports that the Biden administration was not prepared for the onset of this recession, which is why they are currently attempting to change the very definition of a recession and pretend that we aren't in one.
2 negative quarters of GDP growth is not the technical definition of recession.
But thinking about how the administration was not prepared for a recession also got me thinking about how the Biden administration has admitted it wasn't prepared to deal with massive inflation. And they weren't prepared to deal with inflation because they weren't prepared for the path that inflation would take. Directly tied to that, of course, was the admission from the Biden administration that they weren't prepared for the high spike in gas prices, which would explain why they have stumbled around and come up with the great response of, hey, look, gas is now only $3.99 a gallon. What savings? This is all kind of like the baby formula shortage, which, if you remember, Biden said took him by surprise. This, of course, is the same Biden team that said that they were surprised by the rapid gains the Taliban made in Afghanistan. Then later, they were caught off guard by the crisis on the southern border, which only grew worse and worse, until it was recently announced that the Biden administration would be re-implementing the very Trump administration policies that they had once called xenophobic and racist.
He manufactures crises like immigrants seeking legal refuge on our borders.
And then that got me thinking about how this was the same Biden team that was surprised by their inability to deter Russia from invading Ukraine, much like in their handling of COVID, where they didn't see the Delta and Omicron variants coming. Oh, and you know that Supreme Court decision that overturned Roe versus Wade? The same decision that everyone saw coming because it was unprofessionally leaked months in advance to the press? Yeah, this White House was unprepared for it. All right, so go with me on this. If we all agree that preparedness is a hallmark, is a necessary quality for good leadership, and we all obviously see that the Biden administration, that this presidency, has been remarkably unprepared for everything that has come its way the last 2 years, then surely we all, Republicans and Democrats, can agree that this administration is utterly failing the quality of leadership.
That's not going to be good for anybody.
In these troubled times, here's Joe Biden bringing us together over that simple fact.